Welcome everyone! Today we are going to start programming in Python. Before we can start, we need to first install Python into our computer. So open up your browser. If your browser is open now, let's Google search Python download. That's all we need to type. You can see we have these options. Choose an option. We can download the latest version. So simply click on this. After it's downloaded, we can start. Now that you have Python installed, we can begin our first Python code. That will be print. Try printing your name, everybody. Okay, now let's print a string multiple times. Please modify this code a little so that there will be a space between each of these. What if we want all these in new lines? You see, \n stands for new line. Try printing two strings plus together. How can we separate these two with a space? In Python, there are these things called variables, where we can store a string in. We can call our variable any letter. Try printing your string stored in the variable. Try printing this variable in 10 lines. If you remember, a new line is \n. And if we want to print it 10 times, we need to multiply it by 10. This won't work. You see, we have 10 empty lines. That's because the order of the operators to be executed is the times goes before the plus. To fix that, we put brackets around these. Please create another variable. Maybe store your name in it. In Python, there are these things called formatted strings. This is a regular string. We can add an F here to change it into a formatted string. That way, we can pass in a variable in these curly braces. Please print a formatted string with a person's age formatted in. Let's say I have this string. This is a short example of some long text where we have something, but we want to change all of them. Like we change our mind that our favorite color is not red. guys guess what this will do? Please type a short sentence where a person's name is mentioned multiple times. Then replace the name with someone else's name. Now, I'm going to store a string in my variable. I would like every single word in this string to begin with a capital letter. Please type this string and see if you can turn each word begin with a capital letter. Now they came back. They don't begin with capital letters because we didn't overwrite A. Now A is overwritten with each word beginning with a capital letter, and it is also called an uppercase. I'll just copy this string. Now I am overwriting A again. This time, I would like every single letter in this string to be capital or uppercase. Please see if you guys can change it a little so that every single letter is lowercase. Please count how many characters, including white spaces and this exclamation mark, are in this string. We can use Python There are 12 characters. type your name and use the same method to find out how many letters are in your name. Let's try using a formatted string again. We have this problem where there's so many white spaces where we don't want them. We can fix that. Let me copy this. By default, string.strip will remove all the white spaces on the left and right side of the string. But it does not work for dashes. We can fix that by simply adding a dash here to tell them what we want to strip on both sides. Please, instead of dashes, use asterisks and see if you can strip them out of the sides of the string. We have the option to only strip the left side or the right side by simply adding an R or an L here. Please this time only strip the left sides, dashes of your word, or asterisks. Obviously, this sentence goes to the left side of our screen, or should I say Python shell. There's a way that we can let it go in the center of a specified amount of characters. In here, we input the amount of characters units that we want to be in the center of. For example, let's say from here to here is 400 characters, and I want to go in the center of that 400. Please type a small sentence like "Welcome to my house" and try printing it into the center of a chosen amount of characters. What if we do not want white spaces? We can choose anything we like to fill in the gaps. As you can see, from here to here is 200 characters. Please do the same thing, only this time choose a different thing to fill in the gap, like O's or A's or pluses or equals. Now let's type a string. We can go with the classic hello world. Please count how many L's are in the string, or if you are using a different string, choose your own letter and count how many are there. What will happen if I run this piece of code right now? Can you predict what will happen if I print Q right now? Try typing your name, store your name in a string, multiply it by a number, and find out how many times does a specified letter occur in that resulting string. Let's have a look at an if statement. Please try to do an if statement, like mine, only that instead of printing hi, we print world. Can anyone guess what the result of this if statement will be? Nothing happens because there is only 5 characters in the string A. Can someone rewrite this if statement, only that this time the condition will be met? You see, I have double equals, so they do not assign the value to anything we put here. They only tell us whether or not that this side of the operator equals to this side. Try making a condition that when you please define a variable and then try doing this. For example, your variable is b, and you test whether or not b equals to hello. Can you guys guess what the result of this if statement will be? You see, A already equals to buy here, and B equals to pop, so both conditions are not met. Can you guys guess what the result of this if statement will be? Both conditions are met, so what's inside this if statement is executed. Can you guys guess what the result of this will be? Nothing happens because even though A equals apple, B doesn't equals bat. Try making your own if statement with two conditions. You can say your first name and your last name instead of A and B.